Welcome to battle number 4 of week number 2 of the FNF Victory Road Draft League Season 3. This battle is going to pit Crit's team, which is Boulder Brook Beedrills, versus Benji's team, which is Southern Shuckles. We also have the southernmost music playing right now, the wild Pokemon battle from Pokemon XD, so that's fun. In terms of Mega Pokemon, both Megas have arrived, Mega Beedrill and Mega Aggron. And then we also have one Z Crystal Pokemon, that is Alolan Raichu on Southern Shuckles. Joining me in commentary today is another Victory Road contestant or coach. And I would like to formally welcome, for the first time in commentary, Eons, who's joining me from Memphis Me and Shows. So thank you for joining me, Eons. We will start with your initial thoughts, and then we'll jump into mine and go into the battle.
All right, sick. So first things I noticed is both these teams have a little bit of a, theme to them. Like, Crits over here has the whole sun gimmick with potentially Chlorophyll, most likely Chlorophyll, Venusaur, draw on Torkoal to set up Sun. Then you have a few attackers that can use a few Fire-type moves like both Hitmonchan and Darmanitan over there. And then I also noticed, like, on the other side, Benji's team has Surge Surfer, which can double speed in electric terrain, along with Tapu Koko to set up that electric terrain. I was thinking a few Pokemon that would be potential frontrunners to watch would be, on Benji's team, would be Tapu Koko, kind of pivoting out and creating situations where other Pokemon can put up a bit more of a fight, deal a little bit of chip damage before sending in maybe Vaporeon or Aggron to Mega Aggron to deal with some of those threats from his side. And I guess on the other side, it would be a lot of the fire types seem to be doing well against Benji's team. So that was a lot, but
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you and say that the fire types, particularly Darmanitan, is pretty decent versus Benji's team. It does have a lot of wall-breaking potential, and Benji has some pretty bulky Pokemon that are weak to fire, like Mega Aggron, Tangrowth, and Buzzwole. So Vaporeon's going to be carrying a lot in trying to come into Darmanitan's Flare Blitzes. I think Venusaur is actually going to be Crit's star Pokemon in that it's the only Pokemon that resists Electric on Crit's team, and that's going to be very valuable with both Tapu Koko and Raichu. Tapu Koko and Raichu as an electric terrain offensive duo is looking really, really threatening to Crit right now because of the lack of resistance and their blistering fast speed. Even in Sun, Raichu is going to outspeed Venusaur in that electric terrain. So I think we definitely need to look at those electrics. Once those electrics go down, Crit has a more clear path to victory. I think if Benji could get Venusaur down and set up an electric terrain for Raichu, that's his path to victory. So really interesting to see how this plays out. Both teams have pretty offensive approaches this time around. I think Crit's is a little bit more offensive, but Benji's like true win con, in my opinion, is his electric terrain. So we'll see how it plays out.
yeah, now that you mention that, actually, I'm wondering if Crit is running Earthquake on Venusaur, potentially to take out some of those electric threats.
That's very possible. I think at a +2 with growth, Venusaur wouldn't need Earthquake to take out the electric types because they're quite frail anyways. But it could certainly help if Venusaur can't get a growth up. But I think for sure we'll see Sludge.
Might be able to predict some switches here and there.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
All right.
So in terms of leads,
I'm guessing Koko and Beedrill.
yeah, Koko. I think Crit likes to start with the fast ones typically. I mean, so I'm assuming he'll start with Beedrill. I know he likes to start with Beedrill quite often. So, and yeah, Coco would probably be a good lead. I could see Tinguff potentially coming out, just because of Regenerator, maybe just putting out maybe an attack there, depending on who he thinks Crit will start with. I don't know.
I think Mega Aggron actually could be a good pick for Stealth Rock.
It's true. Well, we were right the first time.
So Pikachu and Astalos, the Mega Beedrill, and Tapu Koko, but Valstrax is going to switch in. There is that Poison Jab from Mega Beedrill, but it's not going to hit Valstrax, who is immune. Valstrax now free to go for the Mega Evolution. What will Beedrill do?
Beedrill could go for U-turn, maybe turn out into Hitmonchan or maybe a Fire type, set up Sun with Torkoal potentially.
Yeah.
Aggron obviously going for the Mega Evolution. Can't really do much else. Maybe Stealth Rocks. Oh yeah, so we saw the U-turn, doing 10% of the health to Valstrax. Going into Umbreon, taking a Fire Punch. A little health back from leftovers.
So Umbreon sets up a Wish, and there's that Stealth Rock going up. I was expecting Hitmonchan to come in to spin.
Oh, Darmanitan coming out. Tapu Koko coming back in. Wish going over to Darmanitan, healing up from the Stealth Rock damage.
I'm curious to see if Darmanitan stays in and goes for the Flare Blitz to take out Tapu Koko, or if he plays safe, because Darmanitan looks really important for him, so being outsped is not something that I think he wants.
Okay, yeah, so he does Volt Switch.
So it looks like this is probably a especially defensive Umbreon.
Yeah, I mean, that's typically what Umbreon runs, yeah.
It could go either way, but that Volt Switch actually did a lot less than I thought it would. So it looks like we have Rajang, the Raichu Alola out now. And I forgot my shorts. The Hitmonchan comes in. Nasty Plot is up. This is looking pretty scary for Crit. There's still 2 turns of Electric Terrain. The Psyshock takes down. I forgot my shorts.
So now Torkoal comes in, ready to set up the Sun for potentially Thunderbolt. Okay. Venusaur comes in, ready to maybe...
Ooh. Not enough damage to take down Rajang, as the Psyshock takes down Venusaur as well. The score is 3-6. Rajang hanging on at 10%, but Mega Beedrill will be able to outspeed, now going for the U-turn, finally taking down Rajang after its murderous rampage. Going into Moonshine, the Umbreon, the score is now 3-5.
So Aggron comes in, hitting Earthquake for a critical, doing 35%, 29 after leftovers recovery. Foul Play, Earthquake doing another 25, healing up with Wish.
So Sun is only up for 3 more turns. Darmanitan might not be able to fully use Sun in this battle, but it does look like Umbreon is decently comfortable right now, being able to restore more HP with Wish. And it goes for another Wish, and that's another Earthquake from Valstrax.
Foul Play doing another 18%. Just slowly kind of taking down Valstrax while staying in the relatively safe range with Wish and leftovers.
And here comes Astalos, the Tapu Koko again. Moonshine now at 80%, able to take Tapu Koko's hits pretty easily, I'd say. Yeah, Thunderbolt only doing 35%, and Moonshine goes for the Toxic, so this is going to be a troublesome Pokemon for Benji to take down. He's probably going to want to send in Buzzwole to fight against it.
Yeah, Dazzling Gleam not really doing so much, potentially because of the special defense. Even though it's super effective, still can't really do much. Wish going up again, getting hit by poison over on the top of Coco. Poison damage is going to do a little bit more every turn. Do you think we'll see a switch, or maybe from Benji, or?
I think Benji's probably going to want to switch. Tapu Koko is being taken down by the toxic damage, and Umbreon's just stalling it out. Potentially, I think with Dazzling Gleam it can take down Umbreon, but it's going to be a long process, and once Tapu Koko goes down, a path opens up for crit. So that Volt Switch actually allows it to switch out, doing 26% damage. I think we'll see Buzzwole come in. No, Vaporeon actually comes in, maybe to heal Bell. Foul Play's only going to do a little to Vaporeon, but now Moonshine is pretty much fully healed at 97%. The two evolutions facing each other.
Hey, and they're both blue. Got shiny Umbreon.
Yeah, gotta love that shiny Umbreon color palette.
Best shiny by far. Toxic on Moonshine. Synchronize also putting Toxic back on Vaporeon. Trying to also put on their own Toxic while not affecting them.
They both have the same idea.
Yeah. Wish coming out from Vaporeon, Heal Bell coming out from Moonshine, curing all status ailments.
Another Heal Bell. Both Tapu Koko and Plesioth are now healed from their poison. In comes Darmanitan, an interesting choice to face Vaporeon.
Maybe he has electric coverage or some sort of coverage for it. Or he might just switch out back into Umbreon.
So the momentum of this match has slowed considerably.
We went from 3 Pokemon fainting and then 3 rounds, and we have Pokemon stalling each other out. Drain Punch coming out from Buzzwole, hitting Beedrill Mega coming in from Umbreon. Another Drain Punch, Aerial Ace, doing quite a bit of damage to Buzzwole. Not enough to kill it though.
So here we see Darmanitan come in. This is where Darmanitan is going to shine, although Vaporeon probably coming in to drain that momentum from crit. Score is now 2-4. Darmanitan takes down Buzzwole after it takes down Mega Beedrill. Actually, Aggron comes in, an interesting choice.
Oh, Belly Jump. Okay, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, the Earthquake. I think he should have seen that Earthquake coming. Umbreon, the last Pokemon left. 1-4 is the score.
Oh, Heavy Slam doing almost half of Umbreon's HP. That will be enough to take it down if it just gets another one on it.
Yeah, Umbreon being quite light.
If that was a low roll, it would be enough. Maybe if that was a high roll and it does a low roll next time, it might not be enough. But we'll see.
And the Heavy Slam is enough. I guess we won't know the rolls right now because of the crit.
Yeah.
But interesting match for sure. Yeah, that Belly Drum was certainly extremely risky by crit, but I think the Earthquake was just... he saw Earthquake happen before from Mega Aggron, so I think if he went for the Fire Punch, he could have taken down Mega Aggron, which would have shifted the tide in his favor, because Umbreon would have been a lot harder to take down after. Interesting match though. Raichu Alola definitely showcasing the power of electric terrain. Raichu Alola, and yeah, what are your closing thoughts?
Well, as you mentioned, I think Raichu Alola did a lot of work just in the beginning, taking down 3 of Crit's Pokemon early was big shift in momentum towards Benji. But if Crit had gotten Aggron taken out by a Fire Punch, essentially Darmanitan, there was a lot more potential for Umbreon to wall both Vaporeon and Tapu Koko, and potentially Darmanitan taking out Tangrowth later in the game. But
yeah, I think the big thing here was that since Umbreon was specially defensive, it had potential to take on the others, but Aggron dealt a lot of damage with Heavy Slam. If Aggron went down, it could have stalled more with Wish and Toxic. Vaporeon still would have put a dent in that with its own ability to Wish and Heal Bell, but because Umbreon has Synchronize, that also pushes the tide a little bit in its favor. So it was definitely an interesting matchup in the end. I really would have liked to see what would have happened if you went for the Fire Punch instead of the Belly Drum.
For sure. Well, good games for both players. That would make Benji's going up a little bit in the leaderboard. Crit will be taking, unfortunately, another loss. Hopefully he can come back in future matches.
I definitely think he will. He has that determination, and Benji's team is scary. We really see it shifting momentum a lot from the hyper fast offensive electrics he has and the really bulky other Pokemon he has. So it's a really interesting dynamic. This is going to be a 4-0 victory for Benji and the Southern Shuckles over Crit and Boulder Brook Beedrills. That's such a tongue twister. Boulder Brook Beedrills. So tune in for some more Week 2 matches coming up, and thank you to Eons from Memphis, me and Chows, for joining me in commentary, and hopefully you enjoyed it and join in some other commentaries. And
do my best.
This is Noel from Hypno Slumber Party, and we'll see you next time.